Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Wednesday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company of Mullen, Nebraska. Eat like a rancher. America First means buying directly from the producer. Be the change. To learn about everything Sandhills Beef Company has to offer, head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. According to Drovers, the U.S. Roundtable for Sustainable Beef, USRSB, has released additional sustainability modules for both the feed yard and auction market sectors. These modules expand USRSB's mission to advance, support, and communicate continuous improvement in sustainability across the U.S. beef value chain. These new modules are the second and third in a series and will work to support actions that will improve sustainability in the cattle industry. Preceding these modules are the cow-calf, stalker, and backgrounder modules that were launched in the spring of 2020. Modules released by the USRSB provide real-world examples of sustainability practices to put sustainability into practical terms. All of the modules are free to access, and the final set of sustainability modules for the packer, processor, and retail food service sectors are currently in development and will be completed this year. Drovers has also reported that according to Hugh Sandberg, 2021 chair of the Cattlemen's Beef Board and a Colorado cow-calf producer, if the beef checkoff were to be done away with, like certain interest groups would like to see done, cattle producers across the nation would be heavily impacted. Not only would national beef promotion be impacted without a federal beef checkoff, state checkoffs would also feel the effects. Last year, 44 states received checkoff revenue for local level beef programming, and only 15 of those 44 states have their own state checkoff in place, said Sandberg. If the checkoff were to dissolve, the majority of state beef councils would have very minimal resources for funding their state beef initiatives. Sandberg questions who would promote beef if the checkoff were not in place to do so. He feels that those suggesting ending the program have not considered the void that its termination would create. The beef checkoff isn't in place to control the markets, said Sandberg, but it does support producers in a lot of ways. CattleFax has reported that much like 2020, packing capacity has already been disrupted this year. In the past 2 weeks, producers have seen capacity cut short due to maintenance and extreme weather conditions. Intense winter weather last week resulted in rolling blackouts and natural gas restrictions at plants from South Texas all the way up to the Corn Belt. Weather conditions have improved, but energy limits are still causing issues for some plants. All of this combined has created an estimated 70,000 head backlog of cattle. The frigid temperatures with this winter storm will undoubtedly affect carcass weights for the next several weeks. Cattle shipped to plants last week averaged 30 to 60 pounds lighter than the week before, but the actual effect of these extreme temperatures on cattle weights is yet to be seen. It is unknown how the rest of the winter season will play out in terms of cold temperatures and possible winter storms. But what is known is the Cargill Meat Solutions plant in Schuyler, Nebraska is planning for refrigeration maintenance starting on March 18th. This shutdown in Schuyler will allow processors a favorable leverage position relative to cattle feeders for a little while longer. This leverage is obvious when a person looks at the spread between February live cattle futures and April and June contracts. The February contract is at a near record discount compared to the spring and summer contracts that follow. The Beef Read by Cassie Fish reported yesterday that this is the first time since November that boxed beef prices have topped $240 per hundredweight. It is expected that boxed beef will remain well supported through this week until production can increase enough to cover last week's lost supply. The range of guesses for this week's slaughter are 650,000 head all the way up to 669,000 head, all depending on who you ask. But in the end, it all comes down to how many plants run on Saturday. Packer margins continue to average right around $300 per head net profit, so the incentive to run is definitely there. Finally, National Beef Wire reported yesterday that choice box beef ended the day at $240.29. That was up 31 cents. And select box beef ended the day at $230.53, and that was up 55 cents. That is all I have for news for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's week is going well. I hope you are all enjoying this gorgeous weather we're having. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.